Hi there, I'm Maxwell Fox and I'm going to be going through question 4 to the evaluation side of my media studies coursework. The question states, how did you use media technologies in the construction and research, planning and evaluation stages? Over recent decades there have been significant advancements in technology, which has overall assisted in the creation of media products in a quicker, more efficient manner. Throughout my AS and A2 years, I've been exposed to various platforms in which I can construct content, including filming equipment, post-production software and picture editing software. When it came to the filming of my A2 media product, a music video revolving around a day in the life of a skater, I was able to obtain a Nikon D5300 DSLR camera. This basically gave me the possibility of changing lenses from the standard kit lens, which was a 50 to 100mm lens, to a 35mm f1.8 lens, which had a wide aperture feature allowing me to film in darker conditions. This helped a lot as I filmed back in November when light became an issue in the late afternoon. I was able to film in these dark conditions and maintain a higher quality image. With the use of a fold-out screen, high angle and tracking shots became easier to shoot, creating a more professional shots and sense to the production. With the use of the 35mm lens, there was also a shallower depth of field I could utilise to shoot high quality pull focus shots that I couldn't have otherwise produced on the camera I used in AS, which was a Nikon Coolpix P500. Here are a few images below. On the left is the camera I used at A2, the Nikon D5300, and on the right the lens I used with it, which was a 35mm f1.8 Nikon lens. The camera I used in AS, the Nikon Coolpix P500, couldn't use interchangeable lenses, manually manipulate focus, or deliver good quality in low light conditions. I believe I progressed hugely through the construction of my main media product from AS to A2, and to do this I had to learn to use a more sophisticated camera and become more familiar with the aperture controls and ways in which I could get as high quality as possible. The Nikon D5300 was a great device to construct my media product with. I could produce higher quality content, interchange lenses, and manually control the focus and aperture. A few images below here. On the left is the camera I used in AS, which is the Nikon Coolpix P500, and on the right the one I used in A2, which is the Nikon D5300 DSLR. Now there are certainly visual differences in this. On the left it's quite a simple layout and format to the camera, it's quite a beginner's camera, rather than the right there's more of an intermediate filming camera with more controls and basically a more difficult to use camera, as you can see, with the different controls on it. When it came to the research of my music promotional video, I went about using the online video sharing platform called YouTube. This website enabled me to search for skating videos that I wanted to emulate. I found a film called Red Bull Perspective, a skateboard film, where I gathered inspiration on shot types such as tracking shots, extreme close-ups, and ways in which I could integrate text to the film. Ultimately, these online websites enabled me to research existing media products that I could gain inspiration from and hence make a better quality film. In the middle of these images is the icon of YouTube, and either side of that is some of the snapshots of the film, Red Bull Perspective, a skateboard film, and you can certainly see some synergy throughout this film and my film. There are similarities in style, and I certainly did use these kind of shots to adapt to my sequence. When it came to planning my music promotional video, I went about finding storyboard templates online that I could use to plan each scene via the use of visuals. This ultimately assisted in making the day of filming easier, as I had an image layout of what angle to film and for how long. When going about finding a location, I used Google Maps Street View to get a visual impression of the skate parks around London, and that's where I came across Meanwhile 2, the skate park in Royal Oak near Notting Hill. With the use of Street View, I was also able to plan areas around the skate park where particular shots could also take place. Here are a few images below. On the left is the icon to represent Street View, and on the right hand side is the exact template that I used that I found on Google Images online. When going about the creation of my digipack, I used a design and editing program called Photoshop CS6, a rather sophisticated software used to edit images. I wasn't very familiar with this software, but with the help of YouTube tutorials, I was able to become relatively confident in using it and make my digipack. During my AS year, I had used an online picture design platform called PicMonkey Editor, which was a free source where I was able to edit images, crop, rotate, add simple filters and text. In contrast, on Photoshop, I was able to blur images, edit their sharpness, saturation, cut individual objects out of the images, and layer images as well, also allowing me to create a more professional media product. On the far left shows the icon of Photoshop, to the right of that the interface that Photoshop brings, and on the right of that PicMonkey editor with the interface on that. So you can certainly see different various changes in the interface. Photoshop is far more complicated, whereas on the right hand side PicMonkey is far more simple to operate, so I think it's a far more user-friendly website. When I went about researching stimulus for design of the Digipack, involving the research of the Digipack, I used the internet, which is Google Images, to search up existing content and noting key factors that made the Digipack effective, such as simplicity, synergistic colours, text and theme. On the left hand side there are two images where I gained a lot of inspiration from in terms of colour, simplicity, and you can certainly see on the right that I've adapted a few of these features of the Digipacks. During the planning process of making my Digipack, I needed to find plain templates that would assist in creating a realistically sized and shaped Digipack. With the use of this template that I found online, I was able to design the Digipack faster, as I had the shape of each section laid out that I could easily place images over the top of. I also used the internet to search up official dimensions of Digipacks, so that I could insert them into Photoshop and be presented with a realistically sized project and starting point. The images below on the left show the Digipack plain template that I used, and on the right the dimensions I used to enter into Photoshop. When making the website homepage, I used a platform called Wix, where I constructed it and where I was able to sign up for free and be presented with a quick and easy setup process. During the setup process, I was able to choose a style of the blog, design and text. There were other platforms where I had the opportunity to create a website through sites such as simplesite.com, weebly.com and moonfruit.com. These websites, however, didn't present me with a simple enough format, whereas Wix did, and so I went about using Wix. And the image below shows the icon of that website. When it comes to the research section of my website homepage, one website I got a lot of inspiration from was odetsa.com, where I went about finding it, as it's home to very similar music to Moods, who I created the website for. I really liked the pages that the site consisted of and the style through which the imagery was portrayed. Through researching the website, I extracted key features that made it an effective media product and adapted them to my website. As you can see on the left, there are two images showing the Odetsa website, and on the right some of the features that I adapted to my website, such as home, about, shows, contact us and new music. So from the Odetsa website, I really liked the idea that they showed the consumers upcoming shows and concerts, and I really wanted to integrate that to my website. So when it came to researching website homepage, the internet was really useful in doing so. In terms of the evaluation stages, firstly question 1, I used the website Scribed, a digital documents library that allows users to publish, discover and discuss original writings and documents. I initially planned the writing and images on the Word document, and then I was able to upload this document to the website and embed the code to the blogging platform. The reason I used Scribe was because it was really easy to use, sign up and to operate. The icon below is basically showing the website. For question 2, I use a platform called SlideShare. This website offers users the ability to upload and share publicly or privately PowerPoint presentations, Word documents and Adobe PDF portfolios. I initially answered the question in a PowerPoint and then went about using SlideShare to insert the presentation onto a blogging platform called Weebly, which I've used. SlideShare allows the audience to simply navigate their way through the presentation. Also, once the PowerPoint is uploaded to the website SlideShare itself, the product has the opportunity to reach more than 60 million people who is also uploading and sharing on the website. This means that the information I posted is able to be seen and appreciated by a mass audience. There are a few images below, one showing the icon of SlideShare and the section of the home page where it says that I'm able to reach more than 60 million people when I upload and share. When it came to question 3 of the evaluation stage, I used YouTube, home to user-generated videos that people are able to share, like, dislike and comment on. YouTube is home to more than 1 billion users, and so through the use of this platform, I'd once again be able to reach out to a huge, diverse audience. YouTube hosts videos of all genres, including short films, television, documentaries, music videos, tutorials and more, and so that I realised that a video of me going through my A2 media course with what I had learnt and what I could have improved on has its actual place on the website. This really shows significant advances in media technology, especially as the web. as a diverse set of people can arrive at the same website and be able to watch videos of almost every type of genre. There are a few images here below, on the left showing the icon of YouTube, and on the right me physically actually entering a few, like Maxwell Fox A2 Media Evaluation Question 3, and the video that I had produced being up there. So it certainly does have its place on the website. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, me discussing question 4 of the evaluation side, which is how do you use media technologies in the construction, research, planning and evaluation stages.